does it mean to be going back to the state championship game?
Means we got another week of work and another week to improve and to get better. A lot of things that we need to be better at for next week, whoever we play, and really thankful that I've got another week with these guys.
Your defense made big plays down the stretch as they've done all season.
Yeah.
Once again, how did the defense come through tonight?
Yeah, our defense was the story of the night. When I felt like we could really control them, probably got a little too conservative, but really felt like the defense could win the game for us, and they went out and they did it.
Sari in the first quarter, he had a game's worth of rushing yards there in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Was the plan to just utilize him, just to try to establish him or early on? Or?
It was. I lived in that heavy set a little too much early. That was a poor job on my part, but it was working so well. You hate to get out of it, but Sari's special. He's a dog, and he gets tough yards, and great athlete. And those 10 guys in front of him did a good job tonight too. Now moving them out of the way and picking up big blocks. They are phenomenal in defense. They're giving up 6 points a game, and for us to find a way to score 28 is big.
Crazy play, but a good play. Zion, then Justin Joe.
Yeah.
Just talk about what you see. What was going through your mind on that play?
I would tell you, Scott, what was going through my mind was, every night before we come out, I pray that the Lord would strengthen our kids to play beyond their abilities, not to the best of their abilities, beyond their abilities. And there is no doubt, if you were in the stadium and saw that play, that was it. That was beyond his abilities, and Lord's really blessing us right now.
And walk me through that play. Did someone just strip it? And
I was coming downhill, and I just didn't expect it. He came at the stomach, and it popped out.
Now, what did you see?
Yeah, I was pulling, and I just saw the ball roll out right in front of me. So I just scooped it up and had to get into the zone.
Now that Zion came through and closed it out with a big run of his own.
Yeah. Zion's explosive, and he's such a hard worker, great kid, and glad to see him punch that one in there at the end.
Very fantastic first quarter. Just walk me through the first quarter in your mind.
First quarter in my mind, I really wanted to set a standard and let them boys know it's not going to be nothing easy. They was talking trash all week and talking about how I couldn't do this and that and the third, but at the end of the day, I still don't worry about the chatter. You got to focus up and you got to do what you got to do.
You had over 100 yards rushing in the first quarter alone. Just that kind of chip on your shoulder, that did wonders for you tonight.
Yes, sir, it really did. And I wanted the ball more and more and more, but at the second half, it wasn't there, and other things had to come open, so that's what it was. And other people had to get runs, and that's what it had to be.
Howard made several big plays for the team during his 2-year run. Talk about that sack you got on the quarterback. Just what was going through your mind, and what was the reaction after it?
I seen the call. Coach Jordan called Buck. I relayed the call, and then I knew to stay true. We called it last week. I messed it up, but we don't make the same mistake twice. So when you called it this time, I made sure I stayed in the C gap. The quarterback wasn't looking, and I finished it off with a sack.
Well, this has been